Hi everyone, hope you well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Vechain once again. Thank you for your support, okay? Big up the CoinsKid crew. If you're not a member of the Patreon, do get involved in that community right now and take advantage of the content in there. It's really good. There's a Discord server, lots of great content, lots of technical analysis, and it's all good in the CoinsKid ecosystem. And obviously, if you're not following us on Twitter, do get involved in that right now. So yeah, thank you for your support, everyone. So as you can see right now, Vechain is forming some kind of inverse head and shoulders pattern just here. It has actually broken out and it's come back and tested a particular trend line of support. Let's draw this trend line so I can show you exactly what I'm on about. Okay, so just here you've got a level of resistance, so you've got a low, basically a lower low, then you came up and made a higher low, so that's an inverse head and shoulders pattern just there. It's a reversal pattern, and you can see that Vechain broke out of it, made a high, come back down, and is now holding this as support at the moment. Now if it does start to lose this as support, do go short, because there is a bit of a reversal pattern just there, and potentially you have already broken out of that reversal pattern. I'm going to show you that right now. So this is the inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is obviously a bullish reversal pattern. Okay, so you could see potentially if Vechain does continue to appreciate and holds this level of support right now, this way you could see further upside, but it has broken out of a pattern. I'm going to show you this, okay, because this is really important. This way you could see Vechain from the point in which it broke out just there come back up and retest this channel up here. Okay, so do anticipate that it could do that, but it has broken out of a pattern I'm going to show you right now, which is quite bearish. Okay, so yeah, we've got this level of resistance up here. It's very similar to Cardano, this particular breakdown, and all targets are met out this rising rising wedge, and obviously we gave you the target down there. That was a whopping 35% short trade right there from that break of support just there. Do you see that? So right now, obviously this is the bullish scenario, and you have broken out of a key level resistance just there for Vechain. You've come back up, you've hit your head. I'm going to drop some fibs on this in a minute because these look like impulsive and corrective waves right there. You may have lost a corrective wave just there. You might be looking at a reversal wave just there. In fact, you potentially are right there. Okay, so we'll have a look at that in a moment, but here right now, if you can hold support, potentially you could get more upside, but there is a bit of a reversal pattern just here. Obviously I'm going to show you this, and it's this particular pattern just here. It's this rising wedge, which is basically a bit of a reversal pattern, and you can see that Vechain has already broken out of this rising wedge just there. Okay, do you see this? I'll tie this up so you can see it. Let's get rid of this level of support. So basically it's a tightening range that ascends. Do you see this? And for example, you've got support, resistance, right there. You've fallen out of support. So basically, if you do start to see the rollover here for Vechain, this is where potentially you can come back down and retest this low, because just like this rising wedge here, okay, it's a reversal pattern, and if you lose support you go short. And just here, remember this rising wedge pattern just here, and I said to you just there, if you lose support go short, and eventually, you know, it crabbed sideways. It looked like it was going to pick up, didn't it? But it ran into resistance as this resistance trend line just there, which we've shown you as well, multiple levels of resistance and a downtrend, and you can see that eventually it does get to its target. So do anticipate that if Vechain continues to roll, and you can see it's rolling under the hourly 20 EMA right here, if it does continue to roll, then this is a reversal pattern, and you're potentially looking at a low, a retest of this, creating a double bottom, so to speak. The technical target, but again, it just to confirm, it doesn't always get to the technical target. Okay, there's a statistic, something like 78% completion rate, or something like that, on chartpatternswizard.com. I will drop all the links of these particular statistics in there for you for future reference, but you can see if Vechain does continue to drop from here, you are looking at a depreciation of around about 22%, and that wipe out these gains. Obviously, you can imagine I'm quite tired today, to be honest with you. I'm really tired, a bit under the weather at the moment as well, so I do appreciate, I'm sorry that these videos are late today, but I'm round the clock at the moment. So yeah, do anticipate that Vechain could continue to roll over here, and if it does, you're looking at a double bottom retest potentially. Okay, it's not a confirmed, because you can obviously come down and make a higher low just here, creating this structure, but you have broken out the pattern just here. Okay, and like I've shown you, you're sort of falling under the support line of the inverse head and shoulders, because you broke out from that particular pattern just there like that. Okay, which obviously is a bullish continuation. It's a reversal pattern. Right now you can see you're losing it as support. Do you see this? Because you've broken out resistance just there, back testing support, which is good for continuation, but right now you're falling under it as support. And if you continue to come down and hit your head, there's more confidence of the fact that you are potentially coming down to a low. Now you can come down to this particular low, which is 0.684479, but the technical target is obviously down here. Now I'm just going to drop the fibs on this. Okay, this particular impulsive and corrective move just here for Vechain is where are we? Just there. So you can see from there to there, basically it's an impulsive and corrective wave. So just here's your corrective wave down, and this is your new impulsive wave up. You run into a level of resistance, and essentially, you know, this is a technical target just there, 1618. So if Vechain can continue here and pick up, okay, and invalidate this pattern, because this can be invalidated by simply breaking this high, you could see the continuation here, because this is called a throwback. Basically you get something called a throwback where it looks like it's breaking down and starts to come back up and gets a level of support. Okay, a fake out effectively. If you come back up and see Vechain break this high here, I'm going to drop this in for you, this could invalidate this rising wedge, and you could see the continuation of this projection of this impulsive wave here up to this level here, which is 0.9, which would see you retest this particular channel as resistance once more, because this is the Fibonacci extension target, okay, of this impulsive wave after this corrective wave down. Do you see this? So yeah, do anticipate that, okay, that potentially this is where you could see Vechain going to the 1618 extension right there. And from here, if you was to get a bit of a bounce, okay, for Vechain, you will be looking at a further 29% upside, retesting this particular channel here as resistance once more. So stay tuned to this, because I know it looks bad at the moment, it's rolling over, but you can get throwbacks in these patterns, okay. These patterns can be invalidated by just simply coming up and breaking this high. So if you do start to see Vechain come back up and close above 0.8456897, you are looking at continuation right there, and from that point I would definitely put in a cheeky little long of around 16% to retest this 1618 extension at 0.9. Okay, so yeah, so that's basically Vechain. This is on the 1 hour time frame as well, don't forget. So yeah, at the minute obviously you've got the bias because it is rolling over and you're under the EMA. If you do start to close under the EMAs and you're hitting your head, and like I said to you, you know, you're rolling out of this pattern here, and this back pattern will be valid, you are looking at further downside from this point to the technical target of the bottom there, where you form a wedge of around 22%, which would bring you down to this particular level just there. Okay, so we'll see what happens over the next few days. So it's hard to say, you know, because at the minute this is bullish, okay, and just here you're basically reversing this sort of impulsive wave right here. In fact, I said I'm going to drop a retracement on it, didn't I? So where are we? Because you can afford to come down to this level and bounce and not create the reversal wave right there. It is a bit dumpy now on the last hour. Okay, so if you do start, this will give confidence to the fact that you're getting a reversal wave and potentially coming back down to here where you formed this big impulsive wave. Okay, so these are impulsive and corrective waves like this. Do you see this? So right now this is one big impulsive wave which is continuing hopefully off this corrective wave down, impulsive wave up, continuation 1618 extension just there. So if you do start to roll here, well, you can see you are rolling, but if you do start to lose this level of support of 0618, that's confluence to the fact that potentially you're forming a reversal wave here like this. Do you see this? A reversal wave coming back down to where you came from. What I'm going to do is drop this out, okay, hide that. Potentially forming this big reversal wave coming back to where you came from. So if you do start to see Vechain close below this level here, it's Fibonacci golden ratio right there, you would potentially be looking at definitely having a reversal wave, and that would give high confidence to the fact that you would be you know, falling out of this rising wedge and coming back to where you formed it, which is down here obviously. Do you see that? So yeah, what is that level just there? That is there, 0.7440,800. If you do start to see Vechain close below that, you're looking at a reversal wave down to that particular level there at 0.6847, and that would give high probabilities of the fact that you are coming down to carry out this rising wedge correction just there for Vechain. So that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed that technical analysis. It's looking relatively good, but obviously this can all be eradicated. This rising wedge destination can be invalidated just by picking up here and breaking this high. If you start to see Vechain break this high, this pattern will be invalidated, and trust me, they can be invalidated. Okay, they can be, and I've seen many of them invalidated. come back up, break this eye, you are looking at Vechain coming up, testing that as resistance, and that's up there. Okay, so that's basically Vechain. Take care everyone, hope you understood that update and using Fibonacci and stuff like that. So take care everyone, I'll be back tomorrow with another update on Vechain. Bye bye.